All right, we are back and I've got a cart full of all of the things. So all of the things that I needed to bring. I got more folders. I got my to-do list here of stuff. I've got TDLR stuff I went through and prepared it. I got my favorite water. If you're trying to get off of sodas and want that fizz, this is magic. I love it. I haven't really had soda since then. I have the nail kit and the aesthetics kit that I did the videos for. Oh, super ready. I think this Friday, I gotta erase that from the little board. So for those of you that don't know, this wall is a whole entire dry erase wall. And so I had my son in here the other day, as you probably saw in the other video. And so he did his art. So I gotta clean that up. But I need to get these boxes out of the way. So probably this Friday, I'm gonna have send out a message this week and say, hey, Friday, if you want from this time to this time, come pick up your stuff. That's for the students. And then I'll have a second day next week. And that is simply so that I can get rid of these things, because I need the space, and I'm gonna teach in here for the DOI. I don't remember if it's this, I can't remember what week it is, so I need to get rid of these things for sure. And then I need to put these things back, organize. So there's a lot of little things that I've got to do. My goal is to get the board done as well, but the number one thing that I need to do last night, so today is Monday, the 31st of August. And so last night I sorted through all my papers and got all my stuff and to-dos and all. So my goal is to sit down at the desk and do those paperwork things that I've got to do, and then do all this other stuff. So because just mentally I've got to get through that hurdle before I start to do all the decorating and all of that. So there's so much to do. I'm glad that I got to start on all the other stuff, because I would just lost my mind by now. So okay, all right, let's see what we get done today. I'm gonna snap my fingers like this, and then voila, it's gonna be done. Let's see how much I get done. All right, so every teacher, I feel, should have a box of some sort in the classroom. Now this box should hold, oh look, I had a couple ones. Okay, this box should hold all of the little knickknacks, to hang things, wire, hang things on in the ceiling, the tags for the keys, pins, Velcro, all of the things. And it's good to have a little collection of these items, because you need it. Okay, a lot of the times you in a pinch need something, and if you're able to just take it from your little box, and let me show you, the little box has all the things, and I just keep it in my little cabinet back here. So when you're in a pinch and you need something like replacing, which I thought I had to go buy, but I remembered about my box. So these always got stuck. Now we're not supposed to close our blinds. The only time we close them is when we have like a facial day, when we're doing like factuals or something, and we do the robe situation. So these always stay open because they clean, kids mess with them, whatnot, they get tangled, custodians, they're wiping. And then I don't like, this to me is unsanitary when it's kind of like that. And so I put a little hook here, and so when I need it, I bring it out and I use it. And when I don't need it, then I go ahead and just hook it right here, and voila. It's nice, it's clean, it's organized. I also did get my trophies off of the trophy case, so I went ahead and put them out. So I'm starting on this corner, and I'm cleaning, organizing, sorting, putting together all the things, so that way I can go around the room. So my little flex just of the Skills USA stuff. I know we're not doing skills this year, but it's things that you've earned. I also have all my awards here and stuff. So it's always good to have a good first impression. And then we also have tours and things that, different administrators from different campuses or states come, and it's like your resume on display, if you will, just a little bit. Okay, so, or I guess part of your resume. So let's start here on what I have already done. Okay, so just washed our water jug. Now this I love because students use it all the time. The only bad thing with this is that it's small. So I'll fill it up, it's good, and then students will grab from here, and then one class period, then I gotta fill it up again. So I am ordering another one this year, and it's gonna be bigger. So I'm excited for that. So just washed it. I had taken it home to wash it, but I am now, gotta rinse this thing. So I am now just making sure that it doesn't have any lint or anything from traveling this direction. The charcoal to this thing sometimes comes out of the thingy, the filter. Okay, so I like to have a student station. So student station, I used to have it in the corner, and this year it is going to be here. Actually, I think I'm supposed to soak this before I put it in, so I will leave that for later. But our water jug is here. I will soak the filter or follow the directions, then I'll fill this up with water. So then I have this little thing here that has our cups. So I make the students bring the cups. At first I would provide them, but they would just go through them like crazy. And so when things like that happen, where students they're literally just going through things, I make them buy it. So they bring this. So I make the sophomores bring that one. Okay, another thing that we have in our little area here are these. I really need to get a different basket. I really do, because this comes apart and it's really annoying. I use this for prom every year, so I decorate the bathroom in some sort of way, and I put like hairspray, bobby pins, safety pin, things like that the ladies, you know, because we have prom in our campus, which is amazing, by the way. And so I just put things there that I know that the girls are going to use. So for now, this is what I use for the student station, but I do plan on getting something different. Okay, so gold was black and white theme, striped theme with gold accent, and now of course it's the purple, shades of purple. So we'll see about changing it or keeping it, but some of the things that so it's gold now, so I might get black ones, but some of the things that I put in here are safety pins, because they always ask for safety pins. Now this I learned from Miss Martinez. Where should I put it in here? Q-tips. Okay, these are individually packaged Q-tips. I don't just put packaged Q-tips in there. Finger cuts, because sometimes they break a nail or something and we gotta do a facial. I do have a long disc, well, it's very short actually, a very short and to the point description about finger cuts and how not to be silly with them. So I do put those here because we use them a lot. They break a nail and we have to go do services or whatnot, safety first. And then of course Band-Aids, because they ask for Band-Aids like crazy. Now those are some cute Band-Aids I have for summer company, but so Miss Martinez always, this is what she taught me, is have that little stash of things. She had a little bag or box, or it was a drawer, I can't remember now, but of things that the students would always ask her for. And so she just eventually said, you know what, let's just put this together, and when you need something, just take it from here. And so that's where I got that idea from. So then I got this bag from Sam's. It's fairly inexpensive, and I got this little container from the Dollar Tree, and this is going to be a little mince. If you need it, take it. I do teach the students about personal hygiene, especially when you're dealing with clients. When you're this close to someone, you're over them doing their facial, their lashes, their manicure, you got to take care of what you smell like and look like. So this will be, just take what you need and go for it. All right, so then I have this, which I don't love, but is there. I'm more than likely going to change it, but we'll go ahead and work with it for now. If I don't have time to change it later, big deal. But it's like a little milk carton container holder jug thingy majig. So anyway, so here's where I put bobby pins and little rubber bands and such. And so students use this like crazy. So another thing students always ask for are hairpins, bobby pins, you know, rubber bands. So I fill these up and for the school year, and they use it, and then they get emptied by the end of the school year. So that's how I know that the students use them, because they're empty. And I'd make sure you have blonde and brown, because you know we have all sorts of hair color. So these are my little bins that I got at the Dollar Tree a long time ago. Put my name and numbered them, and they're little compartments, and I put bobby pins and such in them. So I don't currently teach anything with hair, so I don't currently need this. So I put it over in the cabinet where the seniors and juniors can have access to them. Wanted to be really honest to get them out of my way, because they kind of were in my way. I don't really use them anymore. So I thought, you know what, let me just go donate them to the students. And so when I need something, I just take from here. So it's not like I'm taking someone else's stuff, it's my stuff. But you know, when you don't need something or you're not using it, and you know another student or another teacher is using it, I mean, why not let them have it? I mean, they're your students anyway, right? Okay, and then some more blonde bobby pins in here. Let's put some more. We honestly have, I believe, more dark hair than light hair, but it'll work. We have small or short, I guess you can say, and then we've got some long ones. Some long bobby pins in here as well. So then we will shake it up, close them up, and then students can take from here. And the rule is, take what you need. If you need something, take it. Like if it's like from here, the student station, you don't have to ask. Like, just take it. You need it, take it. If it's you need a clear nail polish, if you need to borrow a lamp, if you need to borrow, you know, you want to practice something at home and you want to, that's totally and absolutely fine. You go ahead and ask me for it if I can, and if it's available, I will give it to you. All right? And if it's not, then I'll say no. So we have that thing where we just have that piece where the students are able to ask for things and borrow as they need. And so I have this little list, this little journal, goodness, where the students write down what they're checking out and the date, and they sign it, and I highlight or mark it off as they turn things back in. That has usually worked fairly well, and I tell them if it's something expensive, which, you know, like a nail drill or something, because they're going to go practice the technique at home, I tell them, okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you borrow it, and if you don't bring it back, then just know that I'm going to put you on the Mizuni not clear list, and then you're going to owe the amount of what that, you know, machine or tool or implement or whatever is worth. And they're like, yeah, and usually they'll borrow something over the weekend and bring it back. They usually just want to do their own nails at home. And I remember when I was in intermediate or middle school, no, elementary, somewhere, they had that to where they let us borrow something. I can't remember what it was, and they let us borrow it, and we got to take, like, it was like a little computer, like those little computers when we first got computers. They let us take it home for a recorder or something, I don't remember, but we had the opportunity to take it home. Let me show you. Well, minus the trash and all this, but that's the little station, and then the phone charger will be there, which I also have a new thing for phone chargers. But anyway, so we were able to take that thing, whatever it was, home, and it was nice because I got to practice whatever I was learning at home. And so I've always remembered that, and I thought, you know what would be good to offer that to our students here. So that is why I have that access for my students. Okay, so that's the student station. Okay, so when the kiddos come in, they have this here. This is the rolly cart, and I went ahead and took the label and put it on the opposite side. I taped both ends, took the little sticky that was here, got scissors and pens, matte pencils and pens. Scissors and rulers were up here, and then we have markers this year. These are old, but this year I opted for the thin markers. I kept some in the boxes and some separate so it'd be easier, and then adhesives at the bottom. I had staplers before and hole punchers, but now I actually put the glue. All of the things the students need, so they can just grab and go, and then paper, they always need paper. And I added all the stickers to this. I added a few more things into our treasure box. Did all the student stations. And I have a list here of things that I need. I need to also add a broom. And that's super important to have because I have a little one that I have here. Fit the little dustpan, but my broom, I don't know what happened to it. And so I would love one that small would fit there. I also thought about hanging it somewhere, like at the back of the door. I'm not sure that I love that idea, but it is here. And then this just opens out of the way, just kind of perfect. Okay, so got my list going. I did also go ahead and restock. I love how this worked last year. So these are the facial bowl liners. Or the manicure bowl liners. This can be for the facial side of things. So 4x4s, disposable headbands that are individually packaged. We have cotton balls. I stuffed it really good. These are the compressed towelettes, Q-tips. We have our spatulas or wax sticks, cotton rounds, and makeup wipes. So the makeup wipes, I did get the individual packaged ones as well as the big packages, so I feel like I can control that a little bit better. The packages sometimes just go missing if it's the big package, so that's kind of where I'm at. And then I did the up here, and I was just fixing this bit here. I went ahead and soaked the filter for 10 minutes, and I ran 3 of these, poured them out just like the instructions said, so the water's good to go. I was looking for the cords for this. I can't find them. They may be at home. I gotta go find them or buy new ones. I know one of the cords went missing last time, but I want this in an enclosed case because I know that's not sanitary, so that I have on my list as well. So I'm gonna continue. All right, so next on the list is the badge. This poor thing has tape on it. The ink is rubbed off. So it is time for a new one, because it's like even my face is, can you see? My face is on there. So I taped both of them together because it was falling out of the plastic. I got this one at Walmart. I don't know if I'm gonna love it because it's kind of like thick, but we shall see. So you take this little thing apart, and then you put this in. I'm gonna have to take the tape off. This was my very first one, and I love it because it has the little stickers on it. Oh, this tape is not gonna come off. I don't have time to mess with this, so we're just going to take as much of it as I can, and the rest I can do it when I'm on hall duty. So usually teacher name badges get really beat up, just simply because we use them every day. If they're hanging on us, they're kind of clicking on our bodies, or if you have them with your keys. Mine especially, I hang it on my waist, and then it's got my key on it for my room. So it just gets torn up pretty bad. You have to really, if you're a new teacher, you have to really pay attention, because sometimes, depending on what your tag is, like this one, it started to tear. On this side, there's tape on here. And then my ID fell out. So you got to be careful with that, especially if your ID opens doors. So you don't want to be the person to send an email out saying, has anybody seen my ID? Please pick it up. Definitely not a good idea. So always check on them to make sure that they're good. All right, so while I finish this, I wanted just to share. What did I want to share? Okay, super important. TDLR documents, super important. Always make sure that you can't see my head. There you go. Always make sure. So 1 year when we came to this my forehead, when we came to this school, we had it was a transition year, and it was the first time we were in the situation, so we didn't know to do it before. Anyway, so it happened. We learned from it, and ever since then, it's kind of been like this thing that I just like quadruple check to make sure that it's taken care of. Especially when you're a new teacher, you don't know what you don't know, or it's the first time, like if you have a co-teacher or you're moving to a new school, new building, something of the sort. So you have to make sure that whenever it's the end of the school year, you'll have some students, maybe, that will drop out of your program. And you won't know until school starts. And then when school starts, and you get a new batch of students, you're busy with the new batch of students, you're busy with the current batch of students, and you don't really realize, unless if you know to check, that you have a missing student that didn't come back. Sometimes over the summer, you just forget and you just get busy and you just get going. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's right, that kid's not here. Well, if you have to drop the student. So in our case, we didn't drop the student. So yikes, that was a bad situation. And then you do this number and you have to concentrate, y'all. Hopefully it takes 2 cards instead of just 1. There we go. There I am. Anyway, and so yeah, this isn't gonna last. Are you kidding me? This is gonna keep falling off. I just know it. Well, we'll see how long. I got this one at Walmart. We'll see. There was one at Dollar Tree, and I think that one works better. It seemed a little bit more permanent. This one, I think I'm gonna be too rough with it, and I don't know that it's gonna work out. But it looks kind of fancy, so let's see. And then I got these. Don't buy the ones at the Walmart. Buy these at the Dollar Tree. They were much cheaper. Oh wait, but my thingy's purple. But okay. It's old. Out with the old, in with the new. Let's go. Hopefully that doesn't pop. That doesn't make me feel very safe. Like I feel like it's gonna easily come off. Like it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. So. Oh, that's gonna be loud. I don't like noises. You have to make sure that you go through your list of students, or especially like for us, I had a batch of students and I had all the folders and paperwork, and then I said, okay, I'm done. I'm getting my new students. Here you go. Next teacher, they're yours. She didn't know who I had. I didn't know to check. Oh, hey, some students didn't come back. She got busy. I got busy. Life went on. Never got dropped. Students never got dropped. So you have to make sure that especially when you're working with another person, to say, hey, this is, so I save a list of students. I won't, their names are on here. You save the list of students and you say, these are the students I had. Here you go. You give her or him, whoever it is, the folder or TDLR binder with all the documents, the permits, we're on credit hours, so the completion hour sheets, the credit hour, all of the things, the grades, the attendance, here you go. And so that way that person keeps it, and then go through the list. Oh, well, I don't see this person on my roster this year. Hey, have you seen this person? Do we know anything? Have the conversation. And then from there, then you can decide what you need to do with that student. So it's super, super important to make sure that you have that communication with your people. Because if not, you run into issues. Get my new name badge. I don't know. Let's try it. Out with the old trash. So, super important. So that's what I just did. Let me show you. This is my binder for this school year. So I've got this is my current sophomores that were freshmen. So I've got my little binder here. And then I've got their pictures for their name tags. They're the TDLR information, the module credit completion form, their individual alphabetical module hour sheet that we sign and document. This is the credit report, which is the end of the school year or end of the semester, like average, what they got. So there's 2 per school year because it's 1 per semester, and for credit hours, we report hours in January and in June. Then gradebook and attendance, I have it together. So I take it out of my Happy Planner, and then I put it here and I tag it. So someone looking at it, like the inspector, knows what they're looking at. Then filter batch reports, this year reports, and then any student that has dropped, I have their folder here. And I keep all of that here, and those are the documents we keep together. Now these pictures, they're in here because I cleaned out my stuff from last semester to this semester. These won't stay in here. And then in my file folder, I then have all of their, like all of these folders, right, with all of their information from when they started to current. The other thing that I keep is for each grade level, each class that comes in, like their registration folder. So like orientation, when they were an 8th grader and they wanted to come to CTHS, what are their interview questions, all of the things. And then like orientation, the welcome packet for that year, because it changes year to year, so I want to make sure I keep a copy of it. The kit information, so all of those things I keep with me. Should there be any question from a parent or anything, then I have the information where I'm like, oh, hey, no, look, that we changed this for this school year, but for them, this is for the school year they started. And so sometimes there may be questions that arise. I just want to be ready and make sure that I have that in proof in case there's a parent that has a question. The other thing that I also saved you is their journal. So this was the freshman journal for the current sophomores from last year, so then I can see what they have gone over. And anything, for example, that is blank, that means I ran out of time last semester, but there are things that we did not get to do. So either I can, if I have time, cover them the next year, or what I do is I take those journals. So I'll take their 9th and 10th grade journals, I'll put them together with the binder, and I'll give it to the junior teacher, and I'll say, hey, look, this is what they did freshman year, this is what they did sophomore year, and so you know what they didn't do. I'll give her a note and I'll say, okay, like for example, this last semester we did, oh my gosh, it just skipped my mind. We didn't get to use a drill. We didn't do, oh my gosh, wraps. We didn't do fiberglass. And so I wrote on there and a few other things of, hey, this is what we ran out of time and we didn't get to cover. So this may be something that you can cover your junior year. And then also here are their journals, so you know what they should know, what we did in class and what we weren't able to do. So then that is what I transition over each year to the teacher, the instructor for the next grade level. Oh, sorry. And that is, I keep mine from 9th to 10th because I have them, but then from 10th to 11 is when they go across the hall with Miss Belair, and that's when those things transfer over. It's just really an organizational thing. You really, really, really have to be organized, because if you're not organized, the ship goes down. This is just an extra copy of the module sheets. I write an X over something so that way I know it's trash, I don't need it. I just have a few notes on here about who ordered a kit that I need to keep. Whew, anyway, Option Call Hair Show coming up. Excited about that. I'm going to take the students. All right, let me get going. Okay, I was trying to be cute with that transition, like throwing it on there. You know how you see on social media, and then you like record it, and that's, yeah. It's probably not gonna happen, but look, isn't that cute? My son loves dinosaurs, and he's got this thing about stickers right now. And so Dr. and Ryan and I got into stickers, and so I love stickers. And when we go to trips and stuff, I try to give my students something memorable. So I was immensely, I love this one, Need for Anything from HB. That one's for my husband. So I would get my students, kids' favorite dinosaur, the Stegosaurus. I'm not going through all of them, just, I would give my students, when I was really into Skills USA, the pins, because you know you collect pins with skills, and every time we would go somewhere, I would get them a pin, and they would, you know, collect that, and I absolutely loved that. I thought it was so cool, and I now am not doing the whole skills thing anymore. So I needed to find something that I can start as a new tradition when I travel with my kids. Pins were a little bit expensive anyway, so I thought, you know what, stickers. I'm gonna do stickers. So as incentives, I'm going to purchase stickers, Cosmo related stickers, and hand those out. So I have little magnet containers that I'm going to put on the wall, one for 9th and one for 10th, one for each side. And then when the student says something to us, here you go, pick a sticker. And also I'll save the treasure box items, which they're better items this time. They've got good stuff in here. You know, like these things that I had left over, had extra. And then this will be like the really good price. My son loves seashells, and purples are color. So my really cute stickers are gonna go up here at the top. Anyway, when my son sees it, he's gonna want to rip them all off because he loves to peel things. Anyway, and so that's gonna be the new thing, stickers. Who doesn't like stickers? And you know, come to find out, students really love stickers. Anytime I have any, like when we do the Dr. Seuss events and we give little kids stickers, they want a sticker. I mean, they really do. This is from our princess party that we had for the neighborhood event. Anyway, so I just wanted to share with you. So I just did my travel reimbursement stuff for summer TIVA conference that we went to. So I did paperwork, and then I do some fun fix in the classroom. So that's what I'm gonna do, instead of like sitting there the whole time. So I get a little bit of paperwork done and a little bit of classroom stuff done. So let's keep going. Okay, so let's finish for today. I had to go pick up the little one because he stepped in an ant pile yesterday. He had at least 20 ants on each foot, got bit. He started at the academy today, so went fine. But then about lunchtime, they called and said his foot was swelling and he was crying a little bit. And so I didn't know if is it an infection? Is he okay? So I just wanted to go pick him up. Since it's not my official work day, I figured I could do that. And so he is actually, there he is, he's hiding. So needless to say, I didn't get a lot done, but that's okay. So let me share with you my thing that I've got going here. So this is a little ring that has the students' names on it, and they are gonna write their code, their locker code. Now the instructions on how to do a combination is in here. So this is ready for the 10th graders, and then I've got the one for the freshmen. The freshmen had already stopped by and had put their code down, so that is ready to go. Now as far as for the folders, so we've got these folders here. And I've got these cute little name tags. So the names are on here. I've got some that I still need to go get because I run out of tags. And then for the sophomores, I have theirs as well. Theirs is a little bit smaller, but it's all right. We had McDonald's and Chipotle for lunch today. Yes. I smell a dirty diaper. I gotta change. I went ahead and put these two over here. Now for the cords, I found these on Temu. And what you do is it's still kind of setting, but you wrap the cord around here and it's supposed to keep the cord together. So let's see if that is going to work good. But I put one both on here and here, so tomorrow I will wrap them up once the tape has adhesive has set. So I have my list of students. So like I said, I'll get a little far because it has a little bit of the students' names on them, but this one doesn't. So I have the students' names here and the student list. And so then what I did is I went through and I put on the tag, I put the student's name as well as on the boxes. So that way it's easy for me. The students come in, they're going to look for their kit, their name on their kit, grab it and go, so it's a lot easier. They all are going to get one of these for 9th grade and they're all going to get one of those for 10th grade, so it makes it so much more easier than me have to stand there, look through a list, check them off and all of that. So I only had one extra aesthetics kit for freshmen. I think I know who it is, but I'm not 100%, so I've got to go back and confirm that. So I've only had one left over. That was really good, but I feel really good. I have a lot that I've accomplished. It's 2:45. I originally was gonna leave at 3, so okay on timing. With him, it's just hard to, I was trying to print permits and things. The system was down yesterday. Another thing, so if you're new, hey man, hey. If you're a new instructor, know that over the summer and sometimes even the year, I guess, the system is down for maintenance. So yesterday when I sat down at the table at home to do a lot of things, I couldn't because the system was down. That's just one thing that happened. One year, I think it was last year, I had scheduled everybody and we're gonna get permits that day. It was like a Saturday. Well, it was down for maintenance. I think it was the year before, something of the sort. But anyway, so just know what happens and there's not really anything you can do about it. So that's about today. Tomorrow we'll get working on, I want to get through these minor details. Tonight I'm probably going to print the tags for this stuff. If I don't print it at home, which probably will print it here, but I'll probably just make the stuff at home and then bring it and print it here. Kind of like the personality test about if you're a dove, owl, eagle, or peacock. So I went ahead and printed that, made this on Canva, and then we're going to laminate and cut those out, and those are actually going to go with their permit here on their locker. So then I can see the student's name on the locker plus their personality style. And then I actually, and this is my little to-do pile that I've got going here, but I actually have my permits that I am going to be reprinting. I'm just gonna turn it around. So here's a permit, and I wanted to see if it was gonna fit. Well, I have to cut it down some, which would be all right. So I'd cut it smaller. But yes, I wanted to put the permit here, the student's picture, the personality type, and that way I laminate it. So anyway, I'm gonna take that home and kind of see how that goes. I don't love the paper, and I'm gonna reprint permits because this is not their actual paper. The paper is a little bit more, it's a bit more thick. So it's gonna take me some time to do that, but I definitely want to make sure I do that because it's gonna be a 4-year document. It's gonna be laminated, it's gonna travel, and I want it to be nice. Okay, gotta go. See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.